God says, my beloved child, listen carefully. There is a stillness in the air tonight, a softness that feels unlike any other evening you've lived through. It is as if the entire universe has paused for one single reason, to give you space to hear this. Archangel Michael is here, and his presence feels like a golden light settling over your soul, warm and alive. You may not see him with your physical eyes, but your spirit can sense him, almost like the way your skin feels the warmth of the sun before you look up to see it. He is here for you, and only you, because your name has been spoken in the courts of heaven today. All day, heaven has been moving things, adjusting them quietly, in ways that no human hand could manage. Every step you took, every breath you drew, every thought you carried, it was all watched, guided, and wrapped in a divine intention. There is no coincidence in you hearing this now. This moment was written for you long before you knew it existed. In the higher realms, a golden door has been prepared. Not just any door, this one bears your name, engraved not in ink, but in light. Light that never fades, light that speaks of promises that cannot be broken. Michael wants you to know that heaven's timing is perfect, even when it feels slow to you. Tonight is not an ordinary night. Somewhere between the silence and the stars, there has been a decision. Heaven has chosen to open this door for you. He says it has been kept closed for so long, not because you were not ready, but because everything behind it had to be arranged to match the magnitude of the blessing coming your way. Some doors open quickly, others require the hand of an angel, and this one has required both the hand of an angel and the Word of God Himself. You may have wondered why certain paths didn't work, why some people left without explanation, why you felt the gentle but firm push to leave behind things that no longer held life. It wasn't loss. It was preparation. Every no was simply a redirection toward this yes. Tonight, the air around you is carrying a whisper that your heart has longed to hear. It's time. Time for the heaviness to lift, time for the walls to fall, time for the waiting to end. Archangel Michael is holding the key. Not a small key, but one fashioned in the shape of destiny, strong, shining, and full of divine authority. As he holds it, he doesn't rush. Heaven does not hurry like we do. He waits until your heart is quiet enough to receive. And in this moment, as your soul listens, there is a sacred alignment happening between you and the blessings that are about to walk into your life. Heaven's announcement of your name is not like a human introduction. When they speak your name there, it echoes through dimensions. Every syllable carries your story, your prayers, your battles, and your faith. And when the angels hear it, they rejoice, because they know the perseverance it took for you to stand where you stand today. Michael says that when your name was called in heaven today, the sound was followed by the turning of this golden key in a lock that has been sealed for years. He wants you to feel this truth deep in your spirit: you are not forgotten. The delay was never denial. The golden door has been watched over by heaven's own guardians. No thief could touch it, no darkness could enter it, and no misstep of yours could disqualify you from what's inside. Everything within it has been custom-made for your life: joy that fits your soul, provision that meets your needs, connections that nurture your purpose, and moments that heal what you thought would never heal. Michael also says, do not underestimate the weight of this moment. There are seasons when heaven sends small blessings as encouragement, but this is not that. This is a shift. A before and after moment. The kind you will remember for the rest of your life, the kind that makes you look back and say, that was when everything changed. Right now, the angels are not still. They are moving with urgency, not in panic, but in joy. They are arranging divine appointments, turning hearts in your favor, and clearing paths you didn't even know were blocked. Some of the answers you've been waiting for are already on their way to your doorstep, but this door, this golden door, it is the entryway to more than just one answer. It's an entryway to a whole new chapter. Michael says heaven will not just open it, heaven will walk you through it. You will not have to guess or figure it out on your own. Every step will feel like it has already been prepared, because it has. Every face you see on the other side will feel like it belongs there, because it does. The peace you will feel will not be fragile, it will be the kind of peace that stands even when the world around you shakes. This is why your name was announced today. This is why you are hearing this message now. Heaven wanted you to be aware, to lean into the promise instead of questioning it. Your heart might feel a mixture of anticipation and disbelief, that's natural. But let your faith be louder than your doubt. Let your spirit absorb the truth that you are on heaven's agenda tonight. The golden door is not far from you, it is already here, in the spiritual realm, open just enough for the light to spill through. And that light is touching you now. Can you feel it? It's that warmth in your chest, that quiet calm in your mind, that sense of being seen and loved beyond measure. Michael says, this is not the end of your waiting. This is the beginning of your receiving. You are standing on the threshold of answered prayers, of long-awaited fulfillment, of divine surprises that will leave you speechless. Heaven's announcement has been made. The angels have heard it. The key has turned. And the golden door with your name on it is swinging open, tonight. The golden door in heaven is no longer a distant vision, it stands before you, open just enough for the fragrance of what's inside to reach your spirit. It's not the kind of fragrance you smell with your nose, but one your soul recognizes, the scent of answered prayers, the aroma of long-awaited peace, the sweetness of joy that's been preserved just for you. Archangel Michael is still standing there, one hand on the door and the other extended toward you, as if to say, come, it's time. But before you step in, he wants you to know something important. Heaven's gifts are never rushed, yet they always arrive at the exact moment they are needed. You may think you have been waiting too long, but the truth is, heaven has been waiting for you to reach this exact point in your journey, where your heart is ready to carry what's about to be placed in your hands. Because what is inside this door is not fragile. It's abundant. It's overflowing. It's powerful enough to touch every part of your life. Imagine a table set in your honor, not in a palace of men, but in the very courts of God. This table is covered with blessings that have your name woven into them, blessings no one else can claim because they were designed from the beginning of time with only you in mind. There are opportunities that will open without you having to force them. There are relationships that will come into your life and feel like they've been there forever. There are moments of pure, unshakable joy that will catch you by surprise on ordinary days. Michael says the season you're stepping into will not require you to beg for what's yours. You won't have to fight for every small piece of goodness. Goodness will find you. You won't have to chase after favor. Favor will chase you. And you won't have to prove your worth to receive love. Love will recognize you and wrap itself around you without condition. The angels have been working quietly in the background, aligning people, moments, and decisions so that when you walk through this door, it will feel effortless. You will look back and realize that what felt like delays were actually careful arrangements. Every detour, every pause, every "not yet" was the hand of heaven making sure that when you arrived here, nothing would be missing and nothing would be broken. Michael also wants you to remember this. What is about to happen for you is not random. It's not luck. It's divine orchestration. It's the fulfillment of a story that began long before you were even born. You are stepping into something that has been prophesied over your life in whispers you never heard, in prayers you never prayed, in promises you never knew were spoken over you. And when you walk into this new chapter, you will feel something shift inside you. It will be as if the heaviness you've carried for years suddenly falls away. You'll breathe differently. You'll wake up with a new kind of excitement. You'll move with a quiet confidence, not because everything is perfect, but because you'll know that heaven is on your side in ways you can now see clearly. This is not just about blessings you can hold in your hands, it's about blessings that will change your heart. The kind of peace that keeps you steady even when the world around you is uncertain. The kind of joy that makes you smile for no reason. The kind of love that makes you feel safe enough to be your truest self. As Michael's hand extends toward you, there's no rush in his movement, yet there's an undeniable sense that now is the time. The air feels charged, as if heaven itself is leaning closer, watching with anticipation. Every angel assigned to your life is ready to guide you into what comes next. You are not stepping through this door alone, you are being escorted by the very presence of God's promise. And here's something else Michael wants you to feel deep in your soul. Once you step through this golden door, you won't have to look over your shoulder in fear of losing what you've been given. What's on the other side has been secured for you. It's been locked away from the reach of those who might have tried to take it. It's been guarded by light so bright that nothing impure could even come close. The time for preparation is ending, and the time for receiving is here. Michael smiles, not with the smile of someone giving you a small gift, but with the joy of someone watching you finally claim an inheritance that has been yours all along. He says, walk forward with open hands, because they are about to be filled. You take a breath. And as you do, you realize that everything around you, every sound, every movement, has gone quiet. The only thing you can hear is the rhythm of your own heart, beating in perfect sync with the heartbeat of heaven. The door opens wider. Light floods in, warm and alive, wrapping around you like an embrace that's been waiting for centuries. This is your moment. This is your step into the life that was always meant for you. Heaven has kept its promise. And Archangel Michael is leading you through. As you take your first step beyond that golden threshold, the atmosphere changes entirely. The air feels softer, yet every breath is rich with life. It's as if every inhale is filling your spirit with a strength you didn't know you had lost. A faint golden mist floats around you, shimmering in the light, and you realize it's not mist at all, but the prayers of your past rising up to meet you in this moment. Prayers you whispered years ago, prayers you forgot you prayed, yet heaven remembered them all. Archangel Michael walks beside you, his presence steady and unshakable, like the strongest pillar holding the roof of a grand cathedral. His eyes are filled with a kind of light that doesn't just illuminate the room, it illuminates you. And for the first time in a long time, you feel truly seen. Not for the things you've done, not for the mistakes you've made, but for the heart you've carried through every season. In the distance, you hear music. It's not the sound of instruments made by human hands, it's the sound of creation itself celebrating. The rustle of leaves, the rhythm of flowing water, the low hum of the earth, the whisper of the wind, all woven together into a song that feels like it's being played for you alone. Michael glances toward the sound and smiles, as if to say, even the earth knows what's coming for you. Before you lies a path unlike any you've walked before. It's lined with trees that carry fruit in every color you can imagine, and some you cannot. The ground beneath your feet feels alive, each step sending ripples of light through the earth. You notice that you're walking with more confidence now. Your shoulders are lighter, your steps surer, as if each one is erasing years of doubt. Michael begins to speak again, his voice deep yet gentle. Every moment you've felt unseen. Heaven saw. Every time you thought you were forgotten. Heaven remembered. Every tear that fell in the quiet, it was counted. And today is the day those unseen seeds burst into life. You realize that this isn't just about one blessing or one breakthrough. This is about a divine exchange. Everything you've carried that was heavy is being traded for what is light. All the empty spaces within you are being filled. Every area where you once struggled to believe is now overflowing with certainty. Ahead, there's a fountain unlike anything you've ever seen. Its waters glow with an inner light, cascading into a crystal basin that seems to have no bottom. Michael gestures toward it. This is the fountain of fulfillment. Every soul that drinks from it finds the courage to dream again. You step closer, cupping your hands to take a drink. The moment the water touches your lips, you feel it. Warmth rushing through your body, washing away the last fragments of fear. Your mind feels clear. Your heart feels whole. And then something incredible happens. As you stand there, drops of that glowing water begin to fall from your hands onto the ground, and where they fall, flowers bloom instantly. Not ordinary flowers, but blossoms of light, each one carrying a unique fragrance. Michael leans in and says, "This is what your life is about to be. Everywhere you go, goodness will spring up. You will leave beauty behind you without even trying. You walk further, and the path begins to widen. Off to one side, you see a table, long, elegant, and covered in white cloth so pure it seems to shine. Around it are chairs, each with a name written in gold. One of them bears your name. Michael encourages you to sit. As you do, you notice that the table is set, but not yet filled. This, he explains, is the space heaven prepared for the blessings still on their way to you. Each one will arrive at the exact moment you are ready to receive it. In that instant, you realize something powerful. You are not chasing blessings anymore. They are chasing you. The rhythm of your life is shifting from striving to receiving, from waiting to welcoming. Michael looks at you with deep affection. You are not here by accident. You are here because heaven decided your season has arrived. You've walked through nights you thought would never end, and now the sun is rising. This light will not fade. This joy will not be stolen. This peace will not be shaken. The sound of that heavenly music swells again, wrapping around you like a familiar embrace. You close your eyes for a moment, and you see flashes of your future, moments of laughter so pure it feels like medicine, doors swinging open without effort, hands reaching out to lift you higher. And through it all, you hear one unshakable truth echoing in your spirit: you were made for this. As you open your eyes, you see Michael standing, his hand extended again. There is more, he says simply. And though you don't yet know what lies ahead, you feel no hesitation, only gratitude, only wonder, only the deep certainty that you are exactly where you are meant to be. You rise, ready to keep walking, because now you know, every step forward is a step deeper into the life heaven has been building for you all along. The path ahead seems endless, yet every step you take feels lighter than the last. The golden light around you doesn't just shine, it breathes. You can feel it wrapping around you like the arms of someone who's been waiting to hold you for years. Every moment in this place feels like a homecoming, and you realize this is more than just a journey, this is a return to the truest version of yourself. Archangel Michael walks just a step ahead now, but his presence feels like it's within you too, guiding every movement. His wings catch the light, and with every gentle shift, they scatter flecks of gold into the air that drift down like slow-falling snow. You want to reach out and touch one, but before you can, a thought occurs to you: this gold isn't falling from him, it's falling from you. Michael notices the realization in your eyes and smiles knowingly. When you walk in your purpose, you shine without trying, he says. A sound draws your attention, soft at first, like a heartbeat in the distance. It grows stronger, deeper, until you realize it is a rhythm. It's not just any rhythm, it's your rhythm. Every joy, every trial, every lesson you've lived through has been shaping this steady beat, and now it's being played in the halls of heaven. The moment you recognize it, your heart aligns perfectly with it, and a peace settles over you like a warm blanket. Up ahead, the path curves toward a wide expanse, and your breath catches in your throat. Before you lies a garden unlike anything the earth has ever known. Trees rise like living pillars, their leaves shimmering in shades of silver and emerald. Waterfalls cascade in slow motion, each droplet catching light and holding it for a moment before releasing it back into the air. The scent here is unlike any fragrance you've known, sweet, but not overpowering, fresh, but not fleeting. It's the scent of promises kept. Michael leads you toward the center of the garden, where a massive tree stands alone. Its trunk is thick and ancient, yet its branches are covered in blossoms that look as if they've just bloomed. This, Michael says, is the tree of fulfilled desires. Every flower you see is a prayer that has reached completion. Some took years, some decades, but each one bloomed at the perfect time. You look closely at the blossoms, and to your surprise, you recognize them. Not the flowers themselves, but the moments they represent, the day you found unexpected kindness when you needed it most, the time you were spared from a path that would have broken you, the door that opened when you thought it was locked forever. Each bloom carries a piece of your life, and you realize that heaven has been weaving beauty into your story all along. Michael steps aside, and suddenly you see something at the base of the tree, a small, golden chest. Its surface is engraved with patterns that seem to shift when you look at them, forming symbols you somehow understand without being taught. Michael gestures for you to kneel beside it. Inside is what you've been carrying in your spirit without even knowing it, he says. When you open it, your eyes widen. Inside are fragments of light, some small, some large, each pulsing with its own rhythm. They feel familiar, like pieces of yourself you thought you'd lost along the way. Memories of laughter, moments of courage, sparks of hope, all here, waiting to be restored. Michael explains, heaven never lets any part of you be lost. Even when you felt empty, these were kept safe for you. You lift one of the fragments, and as it touches your skin, it dissolves into you, filling you with a warmth that makes your chest ache in the most beautiful way. One by one, you take them in until the chest is empty, and you realize you feel whole. Completely, unshakably whole. The garden seems even brighter now, and the music in the air swells with joy. You hear voices in the distance, familiar voices. They're not calling you by the names the world gave you, they're calling you by the name heaven knows you by. The sound makes your eyes sting with tears you didn't know you'd been holding back. Michael places a hand on your shoulder. This is just the beginning. What is coming will not just change your life, it will lift everyone connected to you. You will carry peace where there was fear, hope where there was despair, and joy where there was sorrow. He turns, leading you toward a stone bridge that arches over a stream of liquid light. As you step onto it, you notice the water beneath carries reflections of moments you haven't lived yet, glimpses of celebrations, reunions, doors opening, hands clasped in love. It's not a prediction, it's a preview of what's already set in motion. When you reach the other side, Michael stops and faces you fully. His voice softens, yet every word carries the weight of eternity. You were never forgotten. You were being prepared. And now, you are ready. The garden fades into the horizon, but the light remains. And in that moment, you know, not think, not hope, but know, that the days ahead will be unlike any you've ever lived before. The moment your feet touched the other side of the bridge, something in the air shifted. The light didn't just shine, it danced. It moved like music you could see, flowing around you, wrapping you in soft spirals that felt alive. You could almost hear it whispering your name, not with sound, but with a warmth that reached the deepest corners of your soul. Archangel Michael stood beside you, his eyes fixed on the horizon. There was a stillness in him, yet you could feel the strength he carried, not the kind that demands attention, but the kind that holds the universe steady. This next part, he said gently, is where you begin to see why every tear, every delay, every unanswered question mattered. You follow his gaze and see a field stretching endlessly before you, but it isn't an ordinary field. The ground itself seems woven from threads of gold and ivory, each one pulsing faintly as if alive. In the distance, The sky bends into colors that don't exist in the human world, shades so pure your heart aches just to look at them. A gentle breeze moves through, carrying scents of honey, fresh rain, and something you can't describe, the scent of peace you never knew you were missing until now. Michael begins walking, and you keep pace with him. As you move forward, the ground beneath your feet responds to your steps. With every stride, flowers bloom instantly, soft and radiant, releasing light instead of petals. Some glow white like moonlight, some shimmer gold like sunrise. Michael notices your awe and says, "Every step you take toward your purpose blooms life around you. This is how heaven sees you, as a bringer of light." You stop when you see something ahead, a table, carved from crystal so clear it almost disappears into the landscape. On it lies a book larger than any you've seen, bound in deep sapphire and edged in gold. It's open to a page, but instead of ink, the words are written in light itself, shifting and flowing like a river. You lean closer and realize, these are your own moments, your own choices, recorded not as cold facts but as living scenes. Michael gestures for you to read. The words rise off the page and swirl in the air, forming visions. The day you chose kindness when no one was watching, the moment you stood up when it would have been easier to stay down, the times you forgave even when the hurt was deep. None of these moments made headlines in the world, but here, they are treasured like rare jewels. Every act of love is eternal, Michael says softly. Nothing given from the heart ever disappears. As the visions fade, the book turns its own page, and you see something unusual, blank space, glowing faintly. Michael smiles. This is what hasn't been written yet. It's waiting for what you will do next. There's no pressure in his voice, no demand, only an invitation, as if the entire universe is leaning forward, eager to see the beauty you will add. You leave the table and continue walking until you come to a river wider than any you've seen. Its waters are not blue, but molten silver, moving slowly, carrying reflections of things that haven't happened yet. You watch and see people smiling, doors opening, your hands holding blessings you once thought were impossible. Michael explains, this river only flows forward. Everything you see is already set in motion by heaven's promise. You kneel at the edge and dip your fingers into the water. The moment you touch it, a warmth rushes through you, and a wave of memories from the future, yes, the future, flashes through your mind. You see laughter, reunions, abundance, and quiet mornings filled with peace. For the first time in a long time, the future doesn't feel uncertain, it feels alive, ready, and waiting for you. On the far side of the river, you notice a small hill. Michael leads you there, and at the top, you see an archway made entirely of light. It's tall, impossibly tall, and inside its frame, you glimpse scenes so vivid you can almost step into them, your dreams in their completed form. You take a step closer, and a breeze passes through you, not around you, carrying a single, unshakable truth: it's already yours. Michael turns to you, his voice like steady thunder wrapped in kindness. This is the crossing into your answered prayers. When you step through, you will carry heaven's peace with you wherever you go. The world will feel the shift, and the people who come near you will sense something they can't explain, because it won't be you alone, it will be the presence you now carry. You stand at the threshold, the light brushing against your skin like silk. Behind you lies the path of everything that prepared you, ahead lies the unfolding of everything you were made for. You take a deep breath, and with Michael's steady presence beside you, you step forward, not into uncertainty, but into a certainty you can finally see. And as you do, the light doesn't just surround you. It becomes you. The moment your foot crossed the archway, the world around you transformed. It wasn't like stepping into another place, it was like stepping into another dimension of yourself. The air was thicker. Not heavy, but rich, like every breath was full of gold dust, each particle carrying something ancient, holy, and alive. The colors here were deeper, almost as if the light itself had been purified, freed from shadows. Every sound was clearer, every scent more vivid, the hum of eternity was all around you. Archangel Michael walked at your side, and you realized that here, his presence felt even larger, even more luminous. His wings shimmered in a way you'd never seen before, the feathers tipped with light that moved like living fire. He looked at you and said, "Now you will see what heaven has been holding for you, what could not be released until you were ready to receive it without fear." Ahead was a wide courtyard, paved with stones that glowed faintly under your feet. In the center stood a tree, massive, ancient, yet somehow forever young. Its trunk was silver, its leaves gold, and from its branches hung fruit like droplets of light. The moment you saw it, your heart recognized it, though you could not remember from where. "This," Michael explained, "is the tree of fulfillment. Every fruit on it is a prayer answered, a desire granted, a promise kept. But you must understand, each one ripened only in its right season, when your spirit was ready to hold it." He reached up and plucked a fruit, placing it in your hands. The moment it touched your skin, warmth spread through your body, and you saw a vision, not a vague dream, but a detailed, living scene. You saw yourself standing in a place of abundance, not struggling, not striving, but simply receiving with joy. You saw faces of people you love, safe and smiling, and you saw yourself in the center of it, not as someone who barely made it, but as someone who had stepped fully into the life promised. Tears welled in your eyes, not from sadness, but from the overwhelming beauty of it. Michael smiled, this fruit was waiting for you. Every delay you thought was denial was actually preparation. You walked further, and a soft sound caught your ear, a stream running gently nearby. You turned to see it flowing out from the roots of the great tree, its water glowing faintly with silver and gold. Without hesitation, Michael knelt and cupped his hands, offering the water to you. "This," he said, "is the river of renewal. Once you drink, every trace of heaviness, every old thought that told you, it will never happen, will be washed away." You drank, and the effect was immediate, not dramatic, but deep. It was like your soul exhaled for the first time in years. The constant hum of worry in the back of your mind went quiet. The heaviness you didn't even realize you were carrying simply lifted. It was not that you suddenly forgot the past, it was that the past no longer held you. From the stream, a path of light stretched forward, winding toward a golden gate in the distance. You and Michael followed it, and as you walked, the path began to show you glimpses on either side, not dreams, not memories, but moments waiting for you. You saw conversations that would change everything, doors that would open without you knocking, blessings that would find you even when you weren't looking. Michael's voice was steady, almost like a song. These moments have already been assigned to you. They are not random. They are not luck. They are heaven's appointments, waiting in the exact time they were designed to arrive. Finally, you reached the Golden Gate. It was tall and radiant, but not closed, just gently standing there, as if waiting for you to notice it. Beyond the gate, you could see a land that seemed endless, cities made of crystal, gardens that glowed in twilight, and skies that felt alive. Michael looked at you, his eyes filled with both strength and tenderness. What lies beyond this gate is not just your future, it is the place where your true identity is fully revealed. Once you step through, you will not see yourself as the world has tried to define you. You will see yourself as heaven has always known you. You took a deep breath, feeling the cool light of the gate on your skin. Michael stepped aside, giving you the space to choose. There was no pressure, no force, only the knowing that this was the moment everything changed. And with steady hands, you pushed the gate open. As you stepped inside, a sound filled the air, not music as you know it, but something greater. It was the sound of completion, the sound of promises fulfilled. The ground beneath you seemed to hum in agreement, and for the first time, you realized, you were no longer on your way to the blessing. You were inside it.